Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tapped Out Wrestling Podcast Network. I am your host, Nick McDaniel, and today I called up an old friend of the show. He had some big news going on, and I said, man, I got to call him. It's been a while since we had him on, so had to dial up O'Shea Edwards and say, buddy, how's it been, man? It's been a while.
Man, you ain't lying. It's been a minute, but you know what, though? Anytime you call, I always make time for you because you guys have always been cool with me. You always been my boy. And, you know, you look after your boys.
It's kind of the way this business should be. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, I help you, you help me. Everybody gets over in the long run. And you would think it would be a lot easier to figure out that should be how it works.
Yeah. I mean, you think so, but, you know, sometimes it just, you know, sometimes it don't go that way because, you know, but it is what it is, though. So, you know, it's all good.
Oh yeah, but hey, before we get started, I was, you know, I got a whole list of stuff. I got, you know how me, I always try to prepare, give a bunch of stuff to ask you, but I wanted to kind of slip something in here on you. And me and you had a conversation it's been a week or so ago, maybe two at the most. I'm getting old, so it all blurs together at this point. But you had a conversation with me about, I mean, you're thinking about heading overseas next year, man. I'm psyched for you. So what's that all about?
Yeah, man, it's, you know, putting yourself out there, man. To get the things you've never got before, you got to do the things you've never done before. So anybody can drive X amount of hours and go here. Anybody can, you know, get a show across towns, this, that, and the other. But, you know, who's willing to step up when it's time to step up, get on an airplane, and put yourself in front of a crowd that under any other circumstances really wouldn't see you. And so I got this wild hair. I was like, you know what, man? Let's make something happen. And so, really, what I've done is I've put some stuff together. Hopefully, I hear back. We'll see. This is really in its infancy, but I'm trying to go to the UK. I'm trying to do a 2-week tour with a select group of guys, you know, and go make something happen. To me, I think the UK is just, wrestling-wise, some of the best fans in the world, and I want to be a part of it. I want them to see me. I want them to know who I am. And that way, at the end of the day, they're going to be like, yo, we got to have that dude back. You know, he's got something special. Let's see it. Let's make it happen. And, you know, from there, we see what it turns into. It turns from a UK trip here. Maybe it turns into a European trip here. You know, Canada gets the whiff. I go out there. Mexico gets the whiff. I go out there. The Japan gets the whiff when I go out there. But you got to start somewhere. You got to be able to put, you know, yourself out there and see what happens. The worst come to worst, you know, nothing happens. But you can't say I didn't try. You didn't say I didn't, you know, try to commit and do what I got to do. You know, at this point in time, though, for those in the UK, you know, you hear me, you've seen me. Now it's time to put me out there and let me do my thing. Like, give me your best. Give me your heroes. Give me your villains. Do whatever you got to do. Get me out there. Let's talk. You know where I'm at on Instagram. You know where I'm at on Facebook. You know I'm out on the Twitter. Yo, come get at me. Let me know what I can bring to your show, and then watch me do what I got to do. Trust me, it'll be worth it.
Oh, 110% it's worth it. And, you know, we've had this conversation back when you were on before that we thought, you know, that's a good place for you. I mean, Progress, you know, some of those, you know, promotions over there fit your style very well.
Yeah, I like to think so, too. But, you know, I want to really find out.
And exactly, you're going to go over there and, hey, if we can help out in any way, you know, we've had that conversation. We'd be more than happy to, because I think your money. I think it's waiting to happen. You know, it's anything we can do to help. I'd be more than happy to. But so good luck on that trip over there, and you know, maybe we can get some camera footage and get it, you know, get a little package put together when you come back and all that good stuff.
Trust me, man. If I go, I'm getting all the video. I'm getting all the tapes. I'm getting all the recordings, and you will be one of the first people who see it.
Awesome. Well, that's but I just wanted to get that out there because, you know, like I said, we do have a big following over in the UK, and all I wanted to get out there was, hey, O'Shea Edwards is coming. When you see him on the card, put your money down and get out there and see him. You're going to see what we've been talking about for a while now here on
I'm trying to show the world what the South already knows.
There you go. And so let's you know, we'll go ahead and we'll hit closer to home. It's something that I you know, hey, I'm thinking it's your home at this point. You're tearing it up out at Pro Wrestling Ego, man. So kind of fill us in. What's going on out there, man?
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Ego, Jackson, Mississippi. These guys have been money. These guys have been great to me. And all I've ever asked was for just an opportunity. After that, the chips fall what they may, but once you give it an opportunity, like I always say, trust me, you're going to want to have me back. And so far, like, that's exactly what's happened. They see me, they love me, and it's like, yo, we got to have you back. We need to have you back, this, that, and the other. The kids love me, the adults love me. They put me on the microphone. It's like, yo, this guy's money. Like, this guy is straight money on a microphone. And, that's what I feel as if this sets me apart from everybody else. Some people have the look. Some people, can work and can jump and can fly, can do this and do that. And it's like, man, I just throw people and then I talk about you on a microphone, or I talk about you on a podcast, or I talk about you in front of a camera. It is what it is. But, they really do appreciate what I do. And with that being said, man, it's just one of those things where, I can't be mad at that. I really can't be mad at that. And I appreciate them. And usually when I go out, people are like, yo, man, let me get in the car with you. Like, I got to get in the car with you. And I'm like, yeah, you do need to get in the car with me. Come see what this is all about. Come see what I've been saying from the rip. And, like I said, man, it works. These guys have been really cool, and I can always appreciate that. I always appreciate them. And, and usually when, you find a group of people who appreciate one another, things happen, magic happens. And with that being said, it's just like, yeah, like it works. Like to me, that's home. And, it's a 5-hour trip to go home, but it's home nevertheless to me.
And that's, like I said, you're tearing it up out there, so you can't go wrong, in my opinion. If in this business, if they're taking care of you, keep going back. Keep going back.
It.
Like you said, only good can happen. So that's just my opinion.
All right, man. It's a pretty, like, no one will be really hard pressed to disagree with that opinion. I know I'm not.
Well, yeah, definitely show them some love. I know they got some big things coming up down the road, and
yes,
hopefully
they do. Yes, they do.
Big things for you in that.
I can only hope so, man. But like I said, nothing's set in stone until like I see it on paper. So until then, I just got to keep pushing and keep grinding, keep hustling, and keep hitting people even harder. And then we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, and I wanted to ask you about. Unfortunately, I had to miss this event. I had a prior one that this weekend that we're about to talk about. Myron and I had to split duty. Myron got to go to SCI. Yeah. I had to go to Myrtle Beach for something else.
Yeah.
Hey, I got invited by Tommy Rich and Austin Idol to come up there. I had to go see those guys, so it was what it was. But you tore up the house, I hear, up there at SCI. You got a couple OGs, as they might say, right? I mean, some hardcore guys. How did that come about?
Yeah, man. Well, it was, let's see, it was like the first week in August. Basically how it worked out was I knew what was going on. And it's something that I've always tried to been a part of. I've talked to them last time, and their biggest thing was, hey, man, listen, we know who you are, we've seen you, and this, that, and the other, but, you just got to get some more buzz about you. I never knew what that meant. Like, for a minute, I actually took that kind of personal, because I was like, yo, what the hell does that mean, get some more buzz about you? Like, there's no book on, hey, this is how you get buzz, And so I didn't understand, what it meant to like get buzz. So all I could do though was just keep pushing, keep grinding, keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Go here, do this show, this show, this show. The next week, do this show, this show, this show. Always try to find somebody who was better than me, get in the ring with them, and win, lose, or draw, make sure at the end of the day they remembered my name. And really, it was matches that I had with, like, Agent Armor. It was matches I had with Davey Vega. It was matches I had with Shug D, where, they saw me, and they were like, yo, we need that guy. And so, unfortunately, some things happened, and some people had to back out because they got hurt. And then it was like, I got that call Tuesday, SCI that Saturday. And they were like, hey, man, if you want it, you're in. And I was like, yo, of course I want it. Like, why wouldn't I want it? And so the way it happened was basically that last weekend, I was in TWE in Chattanooga, and I had a match with King Bailey. They're top guys, and apparently some of the guys who were in the crowd, you know, they're the ones to do SCI. And when that happened, man, they were like, yeah, apparently, you know, the stuff that you did with Bailey, man, they loved it. They loved you. They loved what you did, this, and that, and the other. And they said, there's nobody else we would want, you know, but you. And it was one of those things where I was like, see, man, you know, I don't care if you work in front of 5, you work in front of 50, or you work in front of 500. All it takes is the right 5 in that 5, or the right one in that 500 to see you. And then opportunities happen. And it's one of those where you just don't, you know, you don't just get ready. You stay ready. So when opportunity knocks, it's not like, oh, man, I got this going on. Like, oh, man, I drop everything that I'm doing, and I do it. I'm like, because this is something I've been waiting for. I told people all the time, like, listen, man, when it's all said and done, you just got to see me. Some people saw me, they want to see more. And in that instance, man, you know, about 600 strong got to see me. And I'm like, that's what's up.
Now, tell me about your partners, because that was a pretty unique situation. I mean, to end up teaming with those guys up there.
Yeah, man. What they ended up being was basically, there's like, hey, we're going to put you with the hierarchy. And I was like, I know those guys. I know them personally. We're not exactly friends, but honestly, it was one of those things of, man, this is a business decision. This is what, you know, sometimes, you know, I don't have to like my business partner. We just got to do what we got to do to get on. And that's what it was. Come to find out, we up against the Carney. I do got beef with those guys. So to me, like, it was easy. Like, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So it was like, despite all the nonsense that I may have with, with the hierarchy, I could put that all aside if it means that I get to, throw hands with the Carnies. And that's exactly what we got a chance to do. And when it was all said and done, I put my stamp on it. I was like, you're going to remember me. You're going to know who I am at the end of the day. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened.
I agree because, we got praises from another gentleman who was in that crowd who we're about to address. Our buddy Charles over at Southern Fried, he saw you.
Yeah, I know him.
Super proud of you. Oh yeah. But,
I know.
I know. It's not always a love relationship over there, right? But
it's definitely not one of them.
But hey, you're booked. You're booked for September 7th, 7:00, Monroe, Georgia. It's a big Thursday show, man, which is something they're trying over there. It's a little bit different. This card is stacked. I mean, it's so stacked.
It is,
yeah, we'll go through some of this card in a minute, but let's go ahead and straight to your dance partner because you, like you said, you've been shredding this guy on social media. I mean, from top to bottom. And I want to throw this in here too because I want everybody something you just said, and this is more long-winded than I normally talk with you, but I want to say this specifically as a compliment. I told you a story of a seminar that I got to sit in on, and this trainer, which I don't even have to tell you who the name was because you'll know which one of the two it was. He asked everybody there, and he goes, "What's your job?" And they get, a bunch of answers come from the guys, and he said, "No, you have one job, and it's to sell tickets.
That's it.
That is your sole job. If you think your job is to have the best match on the card, the best work, no, it's to sell tickets and then make somebody pay to want to come back again and see you. You're selling tickets to this show. I mean, because and I'm gonna let you talk about it now. Logan Creed is basically being turned into shredded wheat on social media.
I put it like this, man. You look at the main event, man. It's Gary Jay and Fred Yehi. Honestly, my name's not even that big. If you know Evolve, you know Fred Yehi. If you know anything about Midwest wrestling, you know Gary Jay. Those boys have been everywhere. So maybe they can get away with not saying anything and it's all good. Or maybe they can get away putting up a tweet about it and it's all good. But I'm not afforded that luxury. And even if I was, there's no way I'm going to sit there, let a show go by, and I don't say something about it. So for the past few days, I've been out there, I'll kill a Creed. I'll knock a Creed out. The only good Creed is a dead Creed. I've been putting out my little memes here and there, throw the damn towel. If he dies, he dies. He comes out with some little, ain't be nothing, but I'm just going to be, I'm just going to be the Russian. And like I said before, excuse the French, I didn't realize Russia stacked shit that high. But the fact of the matter is, man, you don't want to say nothing, that's fine. I'll say it for you. You want to get your boys involved. He got his boys involved. They talked more junk than he did. And that's fine, because I'll step to them too, and I'll punch them all in the mouth. I don't care. He had to get two other dudes to come up and speak for him. Well, honestly, he needed those two other dudes because it's the only way it becomes a fair fight. He better bring them dudes to the ring because it's the only way it becomes a fair fight. Now, don't get it twisted, though, Nate. Let's be for real. Creed's a big dude. By far the biggest dude that I ever had the pleasure of stepping in the ring with. Without a doubt. He's taller than me. I know for a fact he outweighs me. You know what I'm saying? But you know what, though? Everybody wants to be a big dude until it's time to do what big dudes do, and that's get punched in the mouth. Please believe I'm going to punch this dude in the mouth. Please believe I'm going to pick this dude up off his feet and realize that I don't care how big you are, I'll pick you up and I will throw you around like you weigh nothing at all. Why? Because what I do. Why? Because that's what Charles pays me to do. Why? Because I want to do it and ain't nobody going to stop me from doing it. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I will pick you up and I will throw you. I will grind you into the mat. I will grind your bones into my bread and knock you out. And what you going to do about it? What happens when you get punched in the mouth, man? Like, what happens to the game? Oh, I'm going to come up to O'Shea and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But what happens when O'Shea punches you in the mouth and you like, oh, shit. Like, this dude came to fight. You see, when you think about it, Logan Creed's supposed to beat dudes like me. You know what I'm saying? Who am I? I'm just some dude trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows my name. I have no championships to my name. I'm just trying to make it. I'm trying to do the best I can. Logan Creed goes out here and does this. Logan Creed goes out there and does that. Everybody knows who he is. He's a heathen. He's a giant. He's a big man. So he steps around. He's supposed to beat dudes like me. But what happens when all of a sudden the scenario changes? I beat him. What happens now? What do people say then? Because all of a sudden it becomes one of these like, oh shit, maybe O'Shea's for real. And I'm looking at you like, welcome to the party. Like I say, stop sleeping on O'Shea, and people want to think it's like some kind of, it's a catchphrase. No, that's I'm letting you know it's time for you to wake up and realize that when you look at that card on September the 7th, I'm the only one making noise. I'm the only one doing what needs to be done so that week in and week out, you come on out. I'll make Thursday nights my own show. I'll call it Ego Shay. I don't care. Southern Fried presents Ego Shay. I like that. I may have to copyright that. But I'll make Thursday night my own show. And I'll like bring them all. Bring me your heroes. Bring me your kings. Bring me your gods. And watch me break them in half. Because this is what I'm going to do. I'll be the one selling tickets. I don't care. But please believe when it's all said and done, you won't be able to deny me no more. Please believe when it's all said and done, you can't say you don't know who I am when it comes to Southern wrestling. Like, I love Southern Fried. I do. But them boys ain't trying to hear me. Them boys ain't ready for me. You know what I'm saying? They ain't ready for me. They sit there and they go, oh, look at our champion. Look at our champion. They do this. They do that. Yo, Nick, I ain't heard a word from them. I ain't heard nothing about them. Rave approved. That's great. When they going to say something? O's and this and O's and that. When's he going to say something? Brian Kane, when he's going to say something? I'm waiting. And that silence you just heard, that's exactly what you're going to get. I'm the best talker they got on their roster. I'm the biggest personality they got on their roster. But they ain't trying to hear me, though. They ain't trying to see me. They still sleeping on me. You got a handful of them that know what's up. You know what's up. A handful of other ones know what's up. But it ain't enough. I need every person in that thing to understand who I am and what my name is. I need everybody who's pushing way over there to understand who I am, what my name is. And it starts on September 7th. I sat there the last time in July and went toe-to-toe with Shug D. And I'll be the first one to admit it didn't go the way I wanted it to. It didn't. But ask him, though. Talking to him. Bet he knows who I am now. Bet he knows that if he ever steps in the ring with me again, it might not end the same way. Because I tell you right now, that dude stole one from me. He knows he stole one from me. That's why I do skip town as quickly as he did, because he knew I was looking for him. I'll do the same thing again. I'll step toe to toe Logan Creed. I'll let him visualize. I'll pop that little tongue ring out of his mouth. Anybody do something? Step to me. Come watch what I do. And when it's all said and done, him, his girl, and all his dudes, they're gonna know my name, and bet money they won't be sleeping on me no more.
Absolutely. And I made it a point yesterday. We were talking to some of the powers that be, and I made the comment, just because the match ain't going on last doesn't mean it doesn't feel like your main event.
Every fight I'm in is going to be the main event. Every fight I'm about is all about big fight feel. It's always big fight feel. Because to me, it is the big fight. Everything I do is big fight. So why is this any different? Because I ain't main event? No, man. I want the main event to come on. People be like, yo, can you put O'Shea back on? And it's just like, yo, it's what I do. And then maybe then the powers that be will see me for who I am and understand that, that dude right there, you may want to be on the lookout for it. But, you know, it's cool that they don't got to because, you know, they got their peoples and it's all good. You know, last time you see me on a Saturday night show on Southern Friday was, I don't know, half past a quarter century ago. But pretty soon, that's fine. You want to put me on your Thursday show? Put me on your Thursday show and watch me make Thursday O'Shea Day.
Make it all day, right? All damn day Thursday.
All damn day Thursday O'Shea. I like it. Hashtag that. Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm not going to, I mean, obviously we're going to be at the show for a multitude of reasons, but, you know, I always tell them when you put O'Shea this close to home, it's not like I'm not going to drive 45 minutes, right?
Especially, it'll be the best 45 minutes ever watched.
Oh yeah, I mean trust me, we know this is and that's what I told Charles. I was speaking to him and I said, this fight, you've got two monsters going at it. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, because like you said, we'll give credit where credit's due. Dude's a beast. He's a big dude himself.
Of course,
I mean,
he is.
You know, you're not walking into a cakewalk. I mean, you know, you're going to have to earn what you get.
I'm telling you, dude, to get where I gotta go, I've gotta be dudes like Logan Creed. It's just that simple. It's only way my name gets known in Georgia is beating cats like that. It is. But please believe when it's all said and done, Georgia's finally going to know what Alabama already knows, what Tennessee already knows, what Mississippi already knows, and then pretty much what Philly already knows. That, yo, this dude's for real. Like, keep sleeping on me, and then I'm going to be the best thing to come out of Georgia that you never heard about. And then look at you and be like, whose fault is that? It ain't mine.
Hey, and like I said, if you're anywhere close, remember, I want to go ahead and plug it one more time. September 7th. Showtimes is 7 p.m. because it's a Thursday, so make sure you get there early. I think the doors open at 6:15, if my memory serves me correct. Tickets are $12 for the floor, $9 for the bleachers. And everybody's going to ask me, Monroe, that's a kind of vague. Well, how about this? 201 West Spring Street, Monroe, Georgia. That's where it's at. That's where it's going to go down. Yeah, get there. These two monsters are going to just tear the house down. And like I said, there's some other matches, and I'm going to get your opinion on them. I'm just curious on a couple of them. You already brought up Yehi and Gary Jay, and you know we've had Gary Jay on before. You know, because we saw him over at AWE, the other Atlanta promotion. And so we got him on, and you know, it is what it is. I mean, Fred Yehi has I always like to say, he's and I'm throwing up quotes that you can't see. He's the star from outside they're bringing back home, you know, to main event card, quote unquote. And like I said, that's when I said, we're going to have the monsters, I think, probably tearing the house down with you and Logan. But you know, there's a match near and dear to my heart that I did want to ask your opinion on. Terry Lawler and I go back way back. I don't know if you know this. Gary and I went to high school together. So he's having his next to last match, and Jesus, the opponent they have laid out for him. By the way, just saw this guy wrestle Monday, at Roar. But Chip Day is, you know, the South's best kept secret. You might debate that right now, probably.
Ooh, boy, you have no idea.
But, that's going to be a dance. That's going to be a really big dance for Terry, you know, walking away. Cause there's a lot of history with those guys. So just, you know, I'm not asking for the long breakdown or whatever, but just throw me your take on Terry and Chip Day tearing the house down over at over there in Monroe as well.
Oh man, ever since I've been in, for the short while that I've been in, man, Terry has always been, cool with me. Terry has always been real legit. He's, to me, without sounding really cheesy, he's always been one of the realest dudes. And so for that, you know, he always has my utmost respect for what he's done, what he's brought to the business, wrestling in general, let alone Southern wrestling as it is. And every time I see him, man, he always gives me the biggest hug, man. And he's like, man, you're killing it. Keep doing what you're doing. I love you, brother. And it's never been one of those things where you're like, he's just saying it. Like, it's always been for real. And I know I'm going to miss him. I wish I had a chance to, like, spend more time with him and just kind of, like, pick his brain. But, you know, still, I always appreciate, he'll always have a spot in my heart. And honestly, if you're going to go out, man, there's no better way to go out than against Chip Day. I've had the pleasure of watching Chip in the ring. The dude's money. You know what I'm saying? I can only hope for the time where I get to go against him and I get to punch him in the mouth. But, you know, if you're going to go out, that's how you go out. That's the dude that you want to, you know, that last hurrah. From just being a fan, this is going to be the one that you're going to remember. Main event, no disrespect to the main event, but this is going to be the match that everybody's going to talk about, even up to my match with Logan, because this is the one you want to see. And anytime you get to see somebody's last match, it's a big deal. And even to me, like, please believe I'm a find a way to, like, you know, sneak off and watch this one myself just to see Terry go for it one more time.
Yeah, and like I said, it's all about emotion when it comes to the sport, and you know, obviously being emotionally invested in it. You know, this is the match that I'm going to struggle with. I mean, you know, watching it's kind of. I was there 28 years ago when it started, and watching him, you know, and then to come around and then to see him dance. You know, like I said, one of his last two matches, by the way, are this one and then on the 9th. He's got there, but they're both against Chip Day, who he helped train.
Right. There's a lot of history, man. There's a lot of history there.
Oh, definitely. I'm like I said, I'm excited about that match, and but I'm like you. I think that one will be where phone will be down, nothing's going on, and I'll probably just sit there and just focus on that ring and watch that, because that's going to be, you know. But then there's another match that, you know, some friends, you know, is a very loose word we would use, with, the 13th floor with you. You know, you've had your run-ins in the past with them, but, the reason I wanted to ask you about this is because you know, their opponents for this show are the Gym Nasty Boys, who, by the way, we're big fans of on the show. We've had them on, and, I can't say nothing but love, but you know, Mike Mike's had a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Interesting week over the last week. But so I was going to ask you your take on all this thing that's going down.
I got my own beef with the 13th floor. Word around the rumor mill is they're not exactly getting along right now, but let's be for real. You put those kind of egos in the room, that's what you want to get. Like, honestly, when you see the relationship of those guys, man, they make Icons in the turn, like, you know, couple of the year. But, you know, hopefully they can put that stuff aside. I doubt it. I wouldn't mind seeing, like, giving these boys, like, drench those boys through the mud. My only regret is it's not me the one doing it. Like, these guys have been, like, running amok. They go to Tennessee, they kill it. They go to, like, SCW, and they kill it. And then I guess I take it as a slight, just because it's like, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But, like, these boys come in, and all of a sudden, like, oh, we're going to put these guys against, like, you know, the Lynch Mob. And, you know, or we're going to put these boys against, like, the Nasty Boys. And I'm like, yo, for real? Like, these boys just pop up, and that's what happens? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're going to give these boys a title shot. Yo, for real? Like, that's how it goes down? And I'm like, that's cool. Like, you know, that's fine. But please believe I catch these boys in the dark alley, it ain't going to go down like that. Like let's be real. When it's all said and done, I'm still a dude from New York. I'll get down with the best of them. I'm going to take what's mine. And even if it ain't mine, don't think I ain't going to make you run it. So, I mean, I hope Jim Nasty Boy to beat the brakes off him. God knows somebody needs to.
Oh yeah. And, you know, as we covered this yesterday on our show, but I've asked everybody. So, and you know, I always tell people, you don't have to get as graphic about it. I mean, I know poor white Mike's caught a lot of heat online about this. And, you know, I came out vocally and said, look, whether you want to watch it or not, that's your personal taste. But what did we just say a little while ago? Your job's to sell tickets. If you're getting booked and you're selling tickets, you know, that
doing
guy,
something right.
Yeah, that, like I said, that seminar that I sat in here, he actually said, I'm not standing up here and telling you that you can't do this, you can't do this. He's like, you could get in the ring and shake a mannequin head, you know, hint, hint. And if they're going to pay to come in and see it, I really don't care.
That's it.
And so if, you know, and I asked him, like I said, when we ran into Mike on Monday, I said, Mike, are you still getting booked? He goes, getting booked more. He goes, I'm getting booked off of it. And I said, hey, that's all you need right there.
All you need, man. And who am I to like to disagree with anybody, man? You get over it, you get over it. You get booked, you get booked. You do what you gotta do to get booked. Because if it works, it works. So who am I? Like who am I? I'm just mad. I didn't do it first. But I'm like, nah, man, you do what you do, cuz, man. People like that, man, kill me. Like, you can't do that. Man, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know, I'm gonna do what I do to get paid. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get seen. You ain't gotta like it. You ain't gotta come see me. Boy, you don't want to see me, there's like 100 other people who do.
Absolutely. And like I said, I mean, it doesn't matter how it may not even be your way. Like I sat there and told Mike, I said, Mike, if I was a wrestler, I would never do that. But I'm not telling you it's not okay for you to do that. I said,
just because it doesn't work for you, don't mean it don't work. It ain't gonna work for Mike. Just because it works for Mike, don't mean it's gonna work for you.
Yeah, and then real quick to defend him, and I didn't mean even to go here on this long, but one of the things I said yesterday was Mike's a hell of a wrestler.
Yeah, he is.
Because people were trashing him online, saying like, "Oh, this is you know, he's killing the business." And I'm like, "You've clearly never seen this guy, you know, wrestle."
And yeah, man, everybody's so quick to say somebody's quote unquote killing the business. I'm like, whatever, man, get out of here with that nonsense, dude. Mike can go. I love Mike. That's my dude right there, man. So
yeah, and we're looking for, you know, nothing but love. We're going to see Mike there, and ironically, it's funny. You'll correct me up. I owe Mike 2 shirts, so hopefully, you know, I'll have them for you. I'm on the 7th. So
there you go, man.
Mike's wearing the shirts. I don't know if you've ever seen his webisodes. Those guys are hilarious. The webisodes they put up,
man.
It's kind of like, this is kind of why I can, you know, and it's a comparison to you in a great way. You two guys, like, you know, you and that team get it. Like, social media, make an impact, make people notice you, you know, and that's what you guys do that is just so magic. And I think you get it, and your promos and the constant, you know, but it's just magic. And that's a huge compliment, I think, to them, but even to you. That's my big plus for you.
I appreciate it. That means a lot.
Yeah. And then, but of course, that's when I said, I'm quick to say, drop your $12, drop your $9, you know, September 7th, 7 p.m., Southern Fried Championship Wrestling in Monroe, 201 West Spring Street, Monroe, Georgia. Come out, because like I said,
come see what all the hubbub's all about.
Well, the hubbub, like you said, the hubbub right now is it seems like everything that we're hearing, all the buzz coming out of that show, doesn't matter who's, you know, in the main event, it's Logan Creed versus O'Shea Edwards. That's the buzz coming out of this show.
Yeah.
Because I think
as it should.
Yeah. Because I think this, you two, I think this is the, you know, and I told Charles, this is your future.
Yeah. Somebody needs to give him an alarm clock and tell him to wake up. And
yeah, absolutely. So, hey, but you know, it's always, you know, I'm glad to have you on here. It's just such a blast. We could talk. That's the crazy thing about me and you. We could start to talk for hours and hours and spin off into every wrestling topic on the planet. Adam, you know what? I've got you on. I've got to ask you. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I've got to ask. I'll edit it out if we don't. It's did you happen, because promos? Well, you know, you knew where I'm going to go with this. Did you happen to catch Raw Monday? Even if you didn't see it, catch the promo.
I did. I loved it, man. I loved it because, man, you know, I'm a big advocate for being real. And the minute you aren't real, everybody's going to pick up on it, and you're done. My biggest thing is anytime somebody asks me, hey, O'Shea, how do you cut a promo? And I'm like, first things first, man. Don't don't speak to the crowd like they're stupid. They don't. Because let's be for real, we have Google in our pocket. Yeah. You say something dumb, you say something wrong, and guess what? We got you. And you lose all credibility. And when you lose all credibility, guess what? Nobody cares about you no more because you ain't credible. So why should I care about you no more? And so I like getting real. I like getting, really honestly, I like getting personal. Because if I can get personal with you, now I got your attention. You know, I'll go back and for case in point, Jagged Edge, that dude. You know what I'm saying? I cut a promo on him. He got mad. He got real mad because it got personal. And I wasn't even trying to get personal. It just got personal because I called him old. I called him lazy because I see people do like promos in the car and it disgusts me. Because to me that's lazy. You can't actually find some place to sit down and get what's on your mind. I gotta watch you in your Kia 4K. You can't give me the time of day to give me something that's going to, oh, wow, this is why I need to come see you. I got to watch you in a car. Like, who do you think you are? You know what I'm saying? And he got mad at me. And he cut a promo on me. And he was pissed. Oh, he was pissed. But you know what, though? It was real. People started paying attention because it was real. And Monday, it got real. It got really real. And you have my attention because I'm like, yo, this is it. This is it. And the dopest line of that whole thing is the only reason why I'm still here is because you can't do the job. And at that point, I was like, well, see you boys tomorrow, because there's nothing else really being said after that. Yeah. And so when stuff gets real, you got my attention. You got my attention big time, because now I'm like, all right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Like, yo, it's real now. Yeah, here we go. Touch the nerves. Touch the nerves. So, it's promo-wise, man, I enjoyed the hell out of that.
It was funny because I was going to ask you I don't know if you saw the tweet. Bully Ray tweeted out the microphone is a lightsaber and John Cena was a Jedi.
Yeah. And he mowed him down. And I was like, there it is. But now, to Roman's credit, he finally got it. He started speaking on something himself. And I'm like, all right, I hear you, big dog. But like I said, though, man, I'm like, you're going up, honestly, you're going to really go against one of the best. So with that being said, you got to come correct. And unfortunately, if you don't, you see what happens. You get ate alive.
Mm-hmm. And people can say whatever they want about John Cena. I'm a fan and have been for a while because my thing is, and I said it yesterday, when he's motivated, and I'm not saying he's not motivated, but when he's really motivated and he picks up a microphone, just watch out.
So it's over. Yeah, he'll kill you. And when he's on, he's on. He's absolutely on. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was dope.
And the funny part is, I thought you would be because that's when I think of promos, that's you. It's all about talking them, talking them into the building, talking them in, shredding your opponent down. Like we said, poor Logan Creed right now is. We got to hear from him. What's his comeback?
If he's smart, nothing. If he's smart, nothing. But then again, like I said, Logan Creed's a big dude. No one's really calling him a road staller. So we'll see. But if he's smart, he says nothing. Because at this point in time, what is it you're going to say that's going to remotely make this any better for you? Because the minute you open your mouth, I'm coming back at you. And honestly, you got 8 days to get your affairs in order. Honestly, man, you ain't got to say nothing from this point on because I ain't trying to hear him. Ain't nothing you're going to say that's really going to remote me, make me go, oh, wow, enlightening. So it is what it is, man. I've done my thing. I said what I had to say at this point in time. Man, he can just catch these hands.
And, hey, we threw out the challenge. We threw it out there. Do we hear from him? We don't know. But I'll tell you what, September 7th in Monroe, we're going to
September 7th, man, there's no more talking.
Yep. It's all business at that point. So we're looking forward to seeing you there. We're going to be there in the house. Actually, I think the whole crew's going to be there, believe it or not, for that show.
Good.
We're going to be there to see you. But hey, as always, I always like to throw it to you before we get out of here and let you plug, hey, where can they find you? Where's the merch? Where's the Twitter? Where's all that? Man, let them know where they find O'Shea Edwards.
Always. You can follow me on the big three, man. You can follow me on Facebook. I have my it's the fan page because my personal Facebook page is getting kind of full. It's at Facebook.com / O'Shea Edwards. You can follow me on Instagram, all damn day O'Shea _ between every word. You can follow me on Twitter, same thing at all damn day O'Shea. For the merch, you can catch me in person, man. You can catch me in person. That's where you can get the best deal. But if for those overseas, those out of the state, if you can't get to me there, that's cool. You can catch me at prowrestlingtees.com / O'Shea Edwards. You can catch me at What a Maneuver, whatamaneuver.com / all damn day O'Shea right there. Before I get out of here, big shout out once again to the boys at Pro Wrestling Ego, Jay Andrews, Ray Fury, the Boo Boys, Joey Abel, who just had his last match Saturday. Big ups to them. Once again, big up to my sponsor, VacatedTitle.com. These boys take very good care of me. They do all my graphic design, all my 8x10s, anytime I need like to show my upcoming dates, they take care of me for. With that being said, also What a Maneuver. These guys run my store. These guys are really dope. These guys have been down since day one. Locally, we got guys out here that really help me out too. And so with that being said, man, that's all I got. Nick, you are a gentleman and a scholar. I don't care what anybody else says about you. You've always been dope to me, man, and more importantly, man, shout out to you. You've always been real cool with me, dude, and I appreciate that. Oh, before I get out of here, too, because she'll kill me, big up to the business manager, my wife, who's always been down with me for this since day one. She's my biggest supporter. She's my biggest cheerleader. She takes care of my money and my merch for me so I don't screw it up. And, if she can't be in the car, she's always calling me, making sure everything's okay. She does my film. She does my table when she's with me. And like I said, without her, I don't really make it this far. So that's why hopefully I'll make a big run out of this so I can buy her BMW with all this wrestling money.
There you go. Well, we don't call her the better half for nothing, right?
She is the better half. That's right. She is the better half.
We have had the pleasure, and I assure you, as much as we have love for O'Shea Edwards, she's the better half.
She's always the better half.
Always.
Yeah, I see her. I'm like, that's my better half, man.
There you go. And I've learned that a long time ago. Show the love for the woman, because guess what? She's probably the reason that you're there. Her support's the reason why you're there. So always, I don't forget that either. So, absolutely. But man, hey, always a pleasure. I appreciate the love. I promise you, it's reciprocated. We're got nothing but love for you. Hopefully we got some big things coming up for you. And, we're always here. And I mean, always here for you to, come on and have your voice. So that's what we're here for.
I appreciate it, man. You guys have been dope to me, man.
All right, buddy. Well, you take care, man, and we'll see you soon.
All right, man. Appreciate it.